Howdy, this is Lee with 82 Gaming 12. This will be video 16 over the playthrough of Great Battles of Julius Caesar Deluxe Edition for Pharsalus. This is a GMT game, came out in 2022, and it's a reprint of several of the Julius Caesar games combined. So it's a great buy. Excuse me. The game was designed by Berg Herman and Richard Berg many years ago. Developed by Alan Ray. And as I said, this is video 16, and we're picking up with the leaders that have a 4 initiative. So that's going to be for Pompey, it's Labienus, Scipio, Apronius, and for Caesar, he's just got Dominius. So let's mention our sponsors here. We've got Mertu. They make jewelry for men. And I own, excuse me, got this scratching in my throat, so I apologize ahead of time for if I'm doing a lot of that kind of stuff. So not much I can do about it at the moment. So as I said, Mertu makes fine quality jewelry for men. I own 2 bracelets that I wear very often. I've had them for almost 4 years, I guess, and they're still in excellent condition. They look new. So they're long lasting, made from genuine leather, stainless steel, and like the beads here, they're durable because, like I said, I've had these all these years, and I thought, well, you know, you get beads like this, they're gonna eventually, you know, break up, but not so. So if you're like me and you've got this ghost feeling on your watch wrist because you no longer wear a watch, this is a great fix. So go check them out. They're mertu.com. I put a link of their YouTube channel on the description, and there you can go to a link for their website, but you can also just go to mertu.com. Our other sponsor has to do with dice. I do a lot of dice sponsors because I use a lot of dice. And so this is Serious A Dice. It's a Brooklyn, New York company. And one of their trademarks is this, where they have 2 20-sided dice. There's 2 dice missing. Here they are. They would be in here. So you get 8 dice. Normally you only get 7 dice in a set, but here you get 8 because you get this additional 20-sided dice. That's a different color than the set. And this is called Red Cloud. I personally would call it Blood, but I guess they don't want to use that term. And the other set there is like a charcoal. And they're rounded dice. And in my opinion, I like the fact that they have the line here to let you know this is a 9 and the other one's a 6, because I've got some other dice that don't do that, and so you're kind of lost it. Okay, was that a 6 or a 9? And you look, well, it should be with right there beside the 2 if it's a 6, but guess what? Not all dice are like that. So I can show you examples, but I think I've already talked about this in another video. So Serious A Dice, you find them at seriousdice.com, and I'll also put a link in the description for the dice company. Check them out, see what they've got. May have to get a mint. That might help keep my throat moist. All right, so that takes care of that. Now we can pull back and see what's going on. One thing that I was looking at the map here, and I was thinking, man, this is very dangerous for Caesar. Is over here on Caesar's right flank. Okay, here's Caesar right here. Okay, so on his right flank, you see the cavalry for Pompey. This is just a stream here. Okay, doesn't affect movement. For cavalry, it's not affecting cohesion hits. They have an opportunity here to ride around, okay, Caesar's right flank, because they're not stretched out there. The other thing is they could pin. You know, one could ride up here and pin this cohort while another one rides around and hits the flank or rear, and that way they're hitting double attack superiority. And that's yeah.
We have meat left over that you can use for tacos.
Okay. So that's something that they could do, is pin the cohort and then ride around and hit the flank. And a position superiority trumps a weapon superiority. So in this case, the cohorts would be taking double damage. So, or let's see. I know in some of the games, if you could take triple damage for. Yes, is a defender's superior triple the attacker's result. Dang, I didn't do that. I only doubled it. So all of these units would have taken another hit, because I know I didn't triple, because that would have been 6 for most of these guys. So this guy here would have been at 5. This guy here would have been at 4. 2, 4. These guys didn't affect them. So maybe I need to adjust that. Which, yeah. So if we adjusted that, let's flip this guy over. He's got 4. This guy would have 2. This guy would be at 5. There's a 5. Where do I put him at? Yeah, right here. Excuse me. And this guy would be at 4. There we go. I didn't do that right. That's triple damage. That's what they should have had if the defender is superior. So that may be what they need to do here. But it's not. I don't know if that's Labienus is going to be the one going yet. I got to wait and see. But I wanted to mention that Labienus has these units here and this unit back here that could ride off and try to encircle and hit these guys in the rear. And see, they can only turn one vertex in reaction movement. So they wouldn't necessarily need to try to hit them from the front and the back. Just hit them from the back. We'll just wait and see. But we've got so much else going on here. I've got this marked with Barbus, or Enobarbus here. I'm just showing what units he had for his. He's going to have to do something. Of course, Sola, this is Sola's guys, so we're not talking about those you guys yet. Neither are we talking about Anna or Barbus. But okay, so we've got Dominius here. Okay, so just so we know where he's at, and we've got over on this other side, we've got Aphronius. Lentius is done. Let's see, who else we got? Oh, no, not him. Scipio. Where's Scipio? Right here. Okay. And then Labienus, which is over here, way over yonder. Over there. So we're going to have to roll to see who's actually going to get to go first. And it's just going to be at some point or other, unless we have a trump. And I don't think we're going to try to do a trump. We already did that with Mark Anthony, and he failed. So he didn't even get to go at this junction. So let's see here. All right. So let's see here what we got. We got these two Pompey section commanders, and then we've got Labienus over there, and then of course on the far left of the screen, okay, beyond the screen, we have Labienus. So let's roll to see who is going to get to activate first. Oh, we got a tie there. We have a tie. I think it would go. It actually goes to the leader that has the elite. This is the army that has the elite leader, which would be Caesar. So. That is going to be Dominius here. So let's remove these. Sorry. My throat's been aggravating me as of late. So okay, let's see here. So really, his tribunes are off to rally troops. Two of them are. Let's make sure. I think he's got three. I think he's got 3 legions. Yeah. 27th, the 6th, and the Alad. So, okay, so he has 4 commands. He's not gonna, really he doesn't have anybody in a position to, let's see, well, he does have this one down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but he's not within range. So, he's gonna have this guy here move up to here. And that means he's gonna have a, let's see, a shock must check right here. Okay, he's there to support the other cohort here. He still has his missiles, so he can fire. The others are missile no. He got a 4, so that's a hit. So he gets a hit. Alright, so now he's got 3 activations left. There's 3 orders left. I say activations lead. Usually I use a green one to signify who's going here. So this routed unit, he's going to try to rally him. He's within range. He's going to have a 1 or a 2. He rolled a 5, so he's actually going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's kind of wasted. Probably should have just moved on top of him. And let's see here. He doesn't really want to move. Because he wants to stay within range of this guy here, so they can really bear down on this guy. This guy's the guy that's in the flank. So this guy here's got to attack this guy. So let's see what we got here. Okay, this guy here is going to pivot. What's he at? 3. Let's see here. If you recover, I don't think they can get more than I don't think you can recover. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. So a unit that has cohesion heads removed cannot move, fire in the same order phase. So that was one of my things I was thinking about. So he's going to just have to move to. He's going to turn, pivot, and then move right there. And so again, we've got a shock. Dadgummit. Shock must check here. Okay, so now he's got one left. And like I said, I don't want to move him. And really no one's within range to do anything else. Okay, so he is within range to have these other guys do some fighting. So we got shock, no check. And this guy here, shock, no check. And then back over here, of course, we're having all of these guys do shock, no check around here. So actually I should put this one like there and put one more right here. So okay, so we've got 2 shocks and that's all his command. So he's going to be, well, he can roll for momentum. So all right, so next we've got to roll for the units that have to check for shock. Let's check. Right there is going to be the first one. All right, so the attacker rolled a 6, so he's okay, and then the defenders rolled a 2 and a 0, so okay, so they're okay. And I'm gonna leave that there. These guys don't have to check. And then we've got this other 2. Which will be the red and green. So we've got this guy and this guy. They've got a roll. One and 3, so that doesn't affect them. And let's see, then we have, okay, we can remove this move marker here for now. All right. That's going to be this guy, and then we move move over here. We've got this one against these guys. And the last two, or last set will be these guys against this guy. So we pull back here so we see where all the attacks are. Oops. We count them up. We got one here, and then we got, yeah, just this one. This guy was out of range. So these three against this guy, that's 2. Here to here, that's 3. Here to here is 4. And then of course here to here is 5. And then here to here to 6. So I'm gonna have to roll 6 dice. So let's see here. Got this blue one. Okay, there we go. Okay, that one's a 1. Next one here, I'll put it up here, I guess. 7. Okay, then we have a 6. A 3. A 3. And a 1. Not really so good for the Syrian forces here. All right, let's go with the first one here. All right, so here we've got recruits against conscripts. We're going to be on the 8 column. Okay, we start off on the 8 column. And of course the attacker is depleted, so now we go to 7, and then he's outnumbered 2 to 1. So now we go down to 6 and we rolled a 1. So it's going to be 3 and 2. Okay, so the defenders take 2. Okay, now they're going to be at collapse, possibly, and then he takes 3. All right, let's move to the next one. All right, so in this one, we've got these 3 units attacking these 2. And we do have position superiority. So that's going to be double hits. So that's a veteran against a conscript, and that would be attack superiority anyways. So, but we are going to get the flank. So, okay, attack superiority. Veteran versus conscript. Okay, in the flank. There's going to be 11. They are depleted, so we go back to 10. But then it's 3 against 2, so that's going to be back up to 11. So, and I rolled what, a 7. So that's 2 for the attacker, 4 for the defender, which becomes 8. So I believe they're going to be routing. Let's see where we're at. 8, it means each of them are going to take 4, so yeah, they're routing. See if I can find, oh, there, nope, that's not a route marker. Well, I may have to get one of these rallied markers from somebody. Really, you do need more information markers, especially in these large battles. You've got to have all of these route and rally markers, you know. So let's take it from this over here. All right, so these guys are going to route. So, but I have to take 2 from somewhere. This guy will take 1 of the hits. And then this guy here, well, it doesn't really matter. He'll take 1. All right. So next, we have this veteran against this cohort right here. Here to here. Get rid of that. So veteran versus cohort. That's going to be attack superiority. It's going to be on the 8. The attacker's depleted, so that goes down to 7. And I rolled a 6. 2 and 2. But veteran gets attack superiority, so it's 2 and 4. So he's going to be a collapse. And he's going to be a 3. Wow, look at this. It's number 15. Jeez. I'm going to say he's going to be at 3. Yep. Right there. Okay, so we can get rid of this. This and this and this gone. Okay, next. Okay, so here we've got veteran against cohort. So we're gonna be on 7 again. I rolled a 3. That's 2 and 2 becomes 2 and 4. So I think he's probably gonna be, yeah, he's gonna be routing. So let's see here. Okay, let's take this guy. I can remove that. This guy's going to be routed. Okay, next. So we've got here against here. So we got veteran against cohort again. So that's going to be on the 8, but he's depleted, so that puts it to 7, and it's 2 against 2. And I'll see, rolled a 3. So it's 2 and 2 because the veteran has attack superiority. It's 2 and 4. So these guys have to take 4. Okay, so the top guy is routing, which means both of them are going to route. So that's some more rallied. Yeah, there's one. All right. And of course, these guys, let's get rid of that. These guys got to take 2. And then the last one here. Okay, we've got veteran against cohort. That's still going to be on 7, and I rolled a 1. That's going to be 3 and 2, which becomes 3 and 4. So the cohort takes 4, which, okay, he's over his limit, so he's going to route. Let's see if I can find another. I guess I'll take this one here. So okay, so is it this guy? Was he in here? Yeah, it must have been. So let's put him. And this guy's to take 3. Okay, so this guy had to take 4. And he was already at 3. Yeah, okay. So he's going to be at, I think he's going to be at, he'd be at 5. Which means he may have to roll for collapse. We'll have to wait and see if he's in a enemy Zoc. Okay, so now let's take a look at what we got. Okay, so of course these guys are going to be eliminated. They can't go through a Zoc, and this guy's not going to allow, because this is still a Zoc. So these 2 guys here that we're routing, they're eliminated. Okay. Right there. Which allows this guy to come in, that. And then this guy here has got to roll for his. He got a 9, so he's actually going to be routing. And let's see here, do I have any more rallying? Yeah, here's one. Alright, so, yeah, this guy here is routing that. This guy would move in there. Next, we have this guy who's routing to this guy moves in. Let's see, so this guy was in the rear. I'm gonna say he's still no missiles. All right, let's move across here. This guy's got a route. Ooh, this guy's got a route movement. Of course, this guy has to move in. This guy would be able to fire. These guys move in. So here we have missile fire from here against this guy. 9 missed. But now he's got to roll because he's in an enemy Zoc. So roll a 1, so he's okay, but he's got to flip over here. The 4. Yeah, that's an old one. So there. All right. So right there, oops, let's see. These guys have to check. No. Yeah, why do they got that there? Oh, yeah, they have to check. Got to roll for those guys right here. Oh, he rolled a 7, so yeah, they're routing. Okay. And again, I've got to try to find that. And I'm going to have to find some kind of let's see, I don't have any more rallied markers or routed markers. Oh, there's one. Okay. Now, Aphronius there is going to have to move. I think he can move up to, I think he can move up to 2 hexes, I think. Let's see where it talks about that. Yeah, the instant enemy combat unit moves adjacent by any means to a friendly leader that is not already an enemy Zoc, that friendly leader may immediately withdraw from 1 to 3 hexes. So he could actually move to here, stack with these guys so that he can actually rally them, because that's what he's going to want to do. So, and if we look here, the center here is just been broken open. So Dominius here he had, let's see, I had a couple of guys that moved. And I should have marked them. I don't know why I didn't mark them. That they moved. I want to say, I'm pretty sure it was this guy. And, see how many does he have? 3. I don't remember who else. It was someone else. Let's see. What's this guy? It wasn't him. Seems like I moved like 2 people. I think it's this guy. Yeah, I think it was him. All right, so we've got a breakthrough here in the middle, and Dominius can now roll for momentum. And that was on. All right, so let's roll to see if he gets momentum. A 2. So yes, he does. Now, another leader can try to trump. Okay, so he could try to use Ephraimius. To try to stop that momentum. Or he could use Barbas. He's got a 5. I think he's going to try to use him over here. Activate him, and that just that keeps the other. Well, that would hurt his own guy. So if I trump. If I trump, then that means my other guys for Pompey are not going to be able to do momentum. That's the thing about trumping. So So that's the issue. If okay, so right now Dominius has momentum. So if I trump with Ephraimius, the other Pompanian section commanders that have a 4 are not going to be able to try for momentum. But I've got to try to stop, excuse me, Dominius here, because this is going to cause some major issues. Excuse me. So I want to try to roll with someone that's going to probably be able to do a trump. And it's going to keep, which is really going to hurt me, Pompey, more than it will Caesar, because Caesar only has, he's only got left to activate. Caesar only has, Mark Antony's finished. So all he has is Caesar. Okay, he's going to have Sulla and Julius Caesar left. That's it. So if I do this, Pompey's the one that's going to suffer. So he's not going to try to trump. It's just, it's more detrimental to do that. So, all right. So Dominius has another activation, which means he's got another 4 orders. Okay. So he's going to use 1 order to remove 2 hits here. So now that guy goes to a 4. I'm going to use these older. Okay, so now he's down to 3. He's going to remove 2 from this guy. So he's at a 3. Okay, he's got 2 left. Okay, so this guy, getting them prepared, and then this guy can't, but this guy here, of course, gonna remove 2 from him, so he's at 1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's all of his activations. Now, he can steal okay. So he used them all on these guys, and he should have had this guy turn on this guy. But, oh well. He can use, he can use his command radius. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't get to this guy. Let's see if he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. Okay. This guy he can reach. So he got a 3. All right, so he's going to have him attack. So this is a shot, no check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't reach these guys. Can't reach him. All right, so the only combat. Okay, was going to be here. So we have this guy against that guy. And so we roll the dice and get a 3. So the result is a 3. Okay, so we have a veteran versus a conscript. And again, that's going to be in the 8. He's depleted, so it goes down to 7. And attack superiority, veteran versus conscript. So we rolled a 3, a 2, and a 2 becomes a 2 and a 4. So this guy here is going to be routing. So this guy would move in here and turn. So he can actually turn to there. And this guy here is going to move. So he's going to go to there. Okay. Now, he's got an opportunity to try to get momentum again. So, you rolled a 9. Uh-oh. Die roll of doom here. Five. Leader attempting momentum is finished. So Comenius is done. Okay, so now it goes over to either Aphronius, who's there, Scipio, who's here, or Labienus, who's over there. I'll put a marker on him. So that's what we got. And not really going to matter. So we'll just guard over here with Aphronius and see what he can do to try to shore up this big hole that's occurred. Okay. All right, so he's got 4 orders. Okay, he's going to use 1. Well, I guess he's going to use 2 to rally these 2 guys. I'll put a rally marker on them. Okay. So both of those guys are going to get rallied. Okay, I rolled a 4. Okay, that's a 5, 4. He's got 2 hits. bottom guy, I rolled an 8. And he's got 3 hits. The other thing is I got to flip these over, guys. They're depleted now. So, remember to do that. Alright, so that's 2. He's got 2 left. These guys back here are rallied, so he can't make them do anything. Crete's, don't think Crete's his. Let's see, maybe they are. Let's see, Crete. No, he's just got Macedonian A and B. So yeah, okay, so he's gonna move back to here, and then he's gonna rally one of the guys here. So rolled a 0. So the top guy, which is this guy, is only going to have 1 hit. And the rally guy has to move. I mean, the rally guy has to move off. So, all right, so that's all of his orders. Now he can try to get momentum. 9, I rolled a doom. I rolled a 7, so it just means he's finished. Okay, so he's finished. And like I said, it really doesn't matter if I'm using these guys here first or if I go over to Scipio or Lavinius, so I'm going to go with Scipio here. Scipio has 4 orders, and let's see, he's got Syria, A, and B. I think that's what he's got. Yeah, Legion, Syria A and B. That's what he's got. looks like the Syria B legion has melted away. There's not one unit that hasn't routed. So okay, he's having, this guy's moving here. So that's going to be a shot must check. Shot must check there. This guy is going to go there. That's a shot must check. This guy is going to turn and go boom, boom right there. Not only that, but he's going to be able to fire. He's going to be able to fire missiles at this guy. He gets a hit. So I don't know what this guy's at. Oops. Shoot. Okay. All right, so this guy, that's three must check shocks, so that's 3 of his orders, so he's got 1 left. And oh, it's like trying to figure out, well, what does he want to do here? If he moves back here, only those units are going to be able to do anything. So he'll move to here then. That's all of his orders. Okay, so now we have the shock must checks. So let's see what we got here. All right, so we've got 3 of them. So okay, we've got that one. We've got this one. And then we've got this one. Okay, so we'll check these 2 first. The green one first. The other thing is, this guy's going to be attacking, so he would have a shock, no check. This guy's attacking, so he would have a shock, no check. Now, I'm not going to put those out there, but they're going to be included. I mean, I guess I can. All it's doing is identifying who else is going to be involved. So he's involved, and this guy over here is going to be involved. Okay. All right, so here to here. Okay. Two and 0, no effect. Okay, then we move up to where this tribune's at. And we gotta roll one more. Okay. No effect. And then we have this guy. So we've got these 2 here. Okay, nobody's affected. So now we can go to the combat. So let's get rid of these. All right, so first one here and here with this guy. Next one is here to here, and then the last one these other 2 guys. All right, so we're going to have 3 combats. This is a target, and then we also have the leader that we have to roll for. So we'll roll for the leader first. Tribune back here. Got a 4, so no. All right. So what did I say, 3? Okay. First one's a 7. Next one's an 8. And then a 6. All right, so first off, we've got these 2 guys against this veteran, and he's getting attacked in his flank. So we're using a conscript against a veteran. Attack or superiority based on the position. So we got a cohort versus a veteran. That's 7. Okay, well, no, we're in his flank, so that's still going to be, well, it's going to be a 9. He's depleted, so it's now a 10. And he's outnumbered 2-1, so now it's an 11. We rolled a 7. So that's going to be 2 and 4 becomes 2 and 8. And I already know he's routing. So do we have any more route markers? No. It's discouraging. Discouraging that I've got to go and rob I've got to go rob route markers from another game. But it looks like that's what I'm gonna have to do, because I don't have any more, and I'm gonna need probably a lot more. So, but it's just discouraging because you got to try to keep track of how many you used. So let's see. Well, I've got the SPQR box up here. Got my Alexander game over here. Pull it out. No, it doesn't have very many route markers either. Very few. We'll have to go into the SPQR box, the Deluxe. You know what? There's not very many in that one either. Okay. Guess I'm gonna have to make my own. Oh, maybe they sell them. You can get more. I got a few here, not a whole bunch, but I need to mark them somehow maybe with a marker or something. I don't know. Somehow with each one. Okay. Which guy? Which one was it? With this guy here. That's an old one. So he's routing. He's going to route. All right, so that was that. So now we go to the next fight, clash here. This Tribune is going to affect the die roll by 2, but we've got 2 against 1. Conscripts against veteran, no advantage. Starts at the 7, drops down to 6 because of the depletion, and then goes to, no, it actually goes from 7 up to 8, and then up to 9 because it's 2 to 1. And we rolled an 8, which is changed to a 6. So it's 2 to 3, 2 and 3. So and these guys here take 3. So actually, they're going to route. Is that right? No, 2. They take 2. So he goes to 4. So they might route. They're near collapse. So, okay. Then the last one. Okay. So here we've got conscript or recruit. One's going to give us the better conscript. So it's 7. Goes up to 8 because defend. Where we at? There we go. This guy and this guy. So we've got it's at 7, goes up to 8 because the defender's depleted, and it's 3 to 1. So it goes up from it goes up to 10, and we rolled a 6, 2 and 3. So defender takes 3, and he's going to be routing. So we get another one of these. I gotta take 2. Alright, so now let's have the results of the clash here. This guy's going to have to route, so he goes to there. Now how come these guys Didn't take a hit. I should have taken one each. Right here. We've got to take at least a hit. And it comes across there. So that just stays there. So here we're going to have a collapse. Move those guys. This guy doesn't have to do a collapse now. Or move this guy in. But we do have to do a roll right there for these guys. Or the guy on the top there, which is going to affect them all. No, he passed. So he's going to drop down to a 3. All right. So Scipio can now try to use momentum. Roll a 0, so he got momentum. And this is where Sulla or Julius Caesar could try to trump. So I think he'll try with Sulla. He doesn't want to take away Sulla's opportunity to try to gain momentum. So it's Scipio's turn right now. But we want to try. So here's Sulla. He's going to try to trump. Oh, we got an 8, so no. He failed. So he's going to be finished. He's not going to be able to do anything. All right. So Scipio continues with his 4 activations. And I've got to mark some of these guys as moved. There are moved markers out. Here they are. This guy moved. This other guy here, he moved. So someone else moved. At least I thought they did. All right, so the first thing Scipio's going to do is rally the unit that he's on. Right there. So we roll for the rally. We rolled a 9. So it's going to have 3 hits. And he's depleted. And he's rallied, but can't do anything. All right, so he's got 3 orders left. He doesn't have any charisma, so he can't just try to rally guys outside of his own hex. Okay, so he's going to move with this other with that tribune. So he's got 2 left, and he's going to use his 2 left to rally these 2 units. Okay. So see, we got a 4 and a 3, so both of them have 2 hits. Of course, they're both depleted now. But they're rallied. All right, so now he's going to use his command range to have a couple of these units fight. So we've got this guy. He's going to go up against that guy. And then here, against these guys. Okay, so they're going to be, that's going to be shock, no checks. Okay, so we just go right into the combat. I've got 2 of them. So, oops. Okay, I rolled a 9 and then a 6. All right, the first one is right here, green and red. So we've got a conscript against veterans, and he's in the flank. That's going to be attack superiority. Conscript against a veteran in the flank is 9. Of course, the veterans are depleted, so now we go up to 10. But it's going to go back to 9 because the size, it's 1 to 2. And I rolled a 9. It's going to be 2 and 4 becomes 8. And I'm going to say these guys are going to rout. Yup. They're routing. So let me finish this other combat before I actually route them. It's the proper thing to do. Okay, so the other combat up at the top there, blue against orange. So we've got a conscript against a veteran. It's 2 to 1. 7 moves up to 8 because the defender's depleted, and then moves up again because it's 2 to 1. So 9. We rolled up 6, but the tribune's there. Let's roll for the tribune to see if he's injured. Okay, leader casualty. Do you have to roll a 0 or a 9? I always think it's a 9. But I think it's a 0. Yeah, 0. Okay, so nothing happened. All right. So as I said, we're at what? We're at 9, and I rolled a 6, but the Tribune moves it to a 4. So 2 to 3. So defender takes 3, and he's routed. It's an old one. These guys got to take 2. Normally he might have to roll for collapse, but of course the unit's already gone. These guys are out, so this guy can move into there. All right. So now we go back to Scipio, who still has 1 activation possible. So let's roll to see if he gets another momentum. And he does. He gets another momentum. Okay, so he's got another 4 activations. Okay. Range is 4, so these guys are out of range. You'd really like to get over there to give him some. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so these guys, he can actually lower their. He's going to lower their. Both of these guys. Let's see. He's old or new? That's a new one there. That's old. I think it's old. Yeah, it looks old. That one looks old. Oops. Okay. So 2 and 1. Where we're at. So that's 2 of his activations. This guy here okay, I'll tell you what. he'll activate this guy. So he'll turn there, 1, and then go 2, 3, 4 to smash into this guy here. Okay, and that's going to be shock, check, right here. And he's got 1 activation left. And he's going to use it to come back here. Right here. And he's going to be finished. All right, so that's what we've got right there, and we've got to roll for sharpness check 3 and 8. All right, so the veteran there is going to take a hit. So he's going to be a 4. All right. So now we roll for the combat. I got an 8. Oops. So we got an 8 there. All right, so we got conscript versus veteran. It's going to be on the 7. It's going to move up to 8 because the veteran is depleted. And I rolled an 8. So it's 2 to 3. So I think the veteran is going to be routed. Yeah. He's going to route. This guy's going to take 2. So he now has 3. He goes into his spot. Okay. I'm just marking these route markers because I had to take them from another game. So he goes there, 1, 2. All right. So Scipio is done. So now we move over to Julius Caesar's left flank. Pompey's right, where we have Labienus. All right, so Labienus is going to have to try to get in their flank. The stream there didn't cost anything extra, and there's no cohesion hits. To go up a level doesn't cost cohesion hits, but it costs 1 extra movement point. So for example, let's close in a little bit here. Okay, so we've got that unit there. Puts that unit. 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 And that unit. Okay. To do something with. Now, if he just straight up attacks those legionnaires, those cohorts, it's going to be defense superiority, which is ×3 cohesion hits for the attacker. So a 2 becomes a 6, a 3 a 9, a 4 a 12, and so forth. So, and these cavalry units are, well, some of them have not very many. Most of them are 5s. There's a couple of 6s and a 7, but you know, those all have hits. The ones here at the front all have hits, so they can't afford to attack again. So, and let's see what Lavinius. What am I going to do? Just to get rid of that. So he's got to try to ride around. Okay, and if you look up there, if I pull back some, he's got room. So this unit can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I wanted to do here was check to see when you're moving. I think you can, when you're moving, you can change your facing. Let's see. Might be thinking of a different game. Facing. No, I guess not. I guess we don't get a freebie. Okay, so that's 6. Okay, so start over here. He's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven. And he could go 8 right there. Now, that cohort can try to react by changing facing, but he's going to take 1 hit anyways. But he also has to add the difference in movement. He has a 5, the attacker has an 8, so that's a +3. And whatever he's over, he's got to take those hits. And so he wants to try to do that, but that's a big gamble. But let's see. I rolled a 4. Okay. And I have to add 3. That comes to 7, which is 2 over. So he takes 3 cohesion hits to turn. So he was here, so he can turn. Let's see. Yeah, it wasn't like that. It was like that. So he turns there. He's still in his flank, but he's not in. I guess he was in his rear. So now he's still in the flank. So I don't think that was worth it. So, all right. So. Of course, I can give him a mood marker. Of course, these guys up here, I'm not moving them. They're already locked. Okay, so this guy, so Lavinius, I'm just giving up. He's just using his line command ability to, and of course I'd have to roll. I think I have to roll to do that. So let's see, you gotta get a 7. Okay, he got a 9, so okay, he can't. So that means he's got to use his just his orders. He's got. I didn't specify that. I should have specified that at the start. He can't just move everybody. All right, so he's got 4 orders. Okay, he used 1 right there. So he's using individual orders. So with this unit here, he's going to remove 2 of its hits. So that unit's going to recover. Okay. So that unit's done. This unit here is also he's going to recover. It's a good one. Okay, so now he's down to 1. And of course, we'll also have a shock must check here on this unit. This unit here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going right there. All right, so that's all of his orders. Okay. So let's close up here to this right here. Okay, so we've got this unit against that unit. Okay, shot must check. All right, got a 0 and a 1, so nobody's got to do anything there. Now we got a 4. So the result is a 4. All right, so we've got a heavy All right, so we've got a heavy cavalry versus a recruit. No, excuse me, that's a Roman cavalry. Okay, Roman cavalry. Okay, he would be defense superior, but we've got a position superiority. He's in his flank. So, Roman cavalry versus a cohort, right? No, a recruit. That's going to be 9. He's depleted, so it becomes 10. Okay, and we rolled a 4. So 2 and 3 becomes 2 and 6. I think he's routed. Yeah. And of course, where's he going to route? If it's there, okay, he can't route to that. He's got to go through this guy. So he's got to go 1, 2, like that. Of course, I guess this unit has to roll for pursuit. So, you got to check that. Plus, he went through this unit here. If we look at the chart for that routed unit cohort, it's a different legion, 1 collision hit for stationary unit. So that guy's got to take a collision hit. And the cavalry unit, I'm going to check on his pursuit. See where that's at. Okay. Alright, so we got to roll the dice. Rolled a 6, and he's got a collision of 5. Or TQ rating. The die roll is higher. The cavalry unit and any leader stacked with it must pursue. Okay, so the pursuing cavalry unit moves toward the routed unit along its path. Okay, so now okay, he has to attack here. Now he also has to take, he's got 2 hits. He's taking 2 collision hits. Okay. Okay, so now we have this combat, which is a shockness check. All right, so now we've got the defender's going to be superior. So this is going to end up with that cavalry unit routing. I can already tell you that. So, but I'm just saying that's what's going to happen. So, all right, so let's roll with the shot must check. Zero and 2, so no effect there. And it's a 4 on the combat. Okay, so we got a Roman cavalry versus a veteran this time. Let's see, veteran. Okay, veteran, that's going to be a 7. He's depleted, so that's an 8. And we rolled, what, a 4. So it's 2 and 4 becomes 6 and 2. So, of course, I said that cavalry unit's going to rout. And, of course, yes. He's routing. So, but he was able to cause some disruption over there. This guy now is 3. Okay, oh, move marker, I'm gonna have the, this guy moved. So, all right, so Labienus can try to get momentum. Rolled a 2. So he's got momentum. Unless Caesar wants to try to trump him. I think if Trump doesn't trump him, he's going to be able to push these cavalry units around. These he can just keep there. He's probably going to have one to hold this legionnaire from coming in and getting behind these units. But he can do that. But then they could attack his rear. So I think Caesar has to try to trump him. There's Caesar. He can't allow him to have a momentum to swing those cavalry units around. And Caesar really doesn't have have a lot of units here to try to do something with. Those guys were rallied, so you can't move them. They have to take one from somewhere. All right, we're gonna have Caesar try to trump him. No, he rolled a 7, so Caesar's finished. That could be so detrimental because Pompey still has, Arbus. Barbus over here to go. He's got himself to go. Now, and Labinia still has his activations. All right, so that's pretty devastating for Caesar. Okay, so let's see here. All right. So, all right, he's going to move this guy. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. 6 would be here. 6, 7. And then he's going to turn his 8. Okay. So he's moved. That guy had already moved. This guy, he's got to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. Okay, so he's moved. What is this? Archer. Okay, so that's 2 of his activations. He's got 2 left. Which he can move himself if he's moving a unit, which he's got this unit here. Okay, this unit here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turns to there. He turns here. 1 and goes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then fires. Because he's an archer. So, of course, he's moved. Okay, so the unit there we're just gonna fire right there. So that unit is an archer. Okay. So archer, cavalry, archer. 2 X's away is a 3. Now he moved. So that's a +1. I rolled a 0, becomes a 1, means we have a hit. So now that unit is at a 4. All right, now let's turn this around. I'm blocking the light. So we're going to come from this other angle. Okay. All right. Lavinius. Now all of these cavalry units have moved. So if they move again, they're going to take a cohesion hit. All right, so Lavinius can try to get his last momentum. Got a 4, and you had to get a 2. Is that right? Oh, no. This is the initiative rating. So I rolled a 4, and he's got a 4. So he has another initiative rating. So I don't want to cause these guys to have any more hits. So he's going to move to this guy and rally, which he can rally from where he's at. But he's going to move to him. So that puts down to 3, and then he rallies him. So now he's got two left. All right, so let's roll for that. Rallying. So you got a 5 with a 4, so okay, he rallies with 2 cohesion hits. And he's depleted. Okay. All right, the other thing is he's going to remove this guy's hits. And who else has hits? This guy. Remove his hits. And that's all of his. He's finished now. And I'm going to stop right there, even though I only have 2 leaders left for this turn. It's Pompey and Enobarbus. So if I take the camera here and pull back, we've got Things are not looking good over here. These units that have the move markers are all Lavinius's cavalry, and they're going to be moving around to attack the rear. And Caesar failed his trump die roll, so he's out this turn. Maybe he's having a Caesar, epileptic Caesar. And so Pompey is going to be able to try to do something. Either he can activate the skirmishers, or he can really push hard with his legions. He's got these 2 legions here that he could push forward. And we've got Enobarbus right here, who can activate, and he's got to try to shore up this gap here. But if we look across here, things don't look good for Pompey in this area. They're creating a seal here. This is actually Dominius creating that seal there and trying to push his troops in here and basically turn and on the flanks of both these legions for Pompey. This is what Legion 6 for Dominius. And then down here, things don't look good on Caesar's left. They're all pretty much routed over here. Yep. And so Latinius is going to be able to just push through and turn the flank there pretty easily. So things are not looking good for Caesar. The only thing that might save him is if Pompey has enough losses before he can get his cavalry around into Caesar's flank. That could be a big issue because he's got a whole ton of units here. These units here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're going to be right here on the edge. These units are going to cross. They're going to be there. These 3 are going to be gone. So he might be all right. Look over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So they're going to be over here on the edge here too. These cavalry units over here are going to be gone. Those are, maybe not those. So that's where we're at. We've got Barbus right here, and we've got Pompey. Those are the 2 leaders left. Everyone else is finished. And I don't know, it's looking like Caesar's going to be finished. Unless Dominius can really do something here. Right here in the center area here. And get some help from Sulla. Sulla's going to have to give him some help. Bring these units back up here. So forth. So, very interesting. Got a close fight here. But things are not looking good for Caesar. Okay, don't forget about our 2 sponsors. We've got Mertu, fine quality jewelry for men, mertu.com. And then we've got Serious Dice, Serious A Dice at seriousdice.com. Check them out. And that's all of video 16. Hopefully you're enjoying this. As I said before, we're going to be hitting Alau 1807 Sound of Drums games. That's going to be our next game on the table. And maybe prior to that, I'll have my table moved to another area in this room and do some rearranging. See what happens. So come back and see what happens. Thanks for your support. Thanks for watching. This is Lee with 82 Game 12.